Hi guys, hello. It's Darlene with Chakator. Happy, what is it today? Wednesday evening, late. I'm just doing some late night crafting, guys. Just wanted to hop on here. I got home about 5 o'clock and I was busy getting things unpacked and getting caught up on mail and all of that stuff. So now it's time to just jump on here and let's do a craft project. I know it's late. Some of you are up. The rest of you can catch it on the replay. I'll be back in the morning to show you another project. But how is everybody? If you're out there actually watching, say hello. Most people are in bed. I know it. It's okay though. It's okay. I just wanted to craft, okay? I just wanted to unwind so I can sleep tonight. I'm going to put the link for this, for the cow in this little video here somewhere. There we go. Okay. Yeah, we got back and I just had to unwind. So, okay, there's the link for it. It's in Shopify already. Thank you guys. I'm not going to be too loud. Well, hubby's out there. He's just watching TV with the dogs. So, hi, Janine. Hi, Betty. Hi, Deb, my sister. Hi, Karen. Hi, Darlene. Oh, I'm glad I'm home too. So it's nice to come home. I had great visits with my cousins and some friends, and yeah, it's just good to be home. My kids, gosh, it was great for them to be together. So, yeah, so I was very grateful they got to go, and my sister was there with her son, and they got to hang out with him. There's nothing like just hanging out with your cousins, right? I was talking to some of my cousins and bringing up funny things, and they're like, I forgot about that. I remember so much about my childhood. I remember all those great things. And they're like, oh yeah, I remember that. So we're just going to make a Highland cow. It's pretty easy. Hi, Vicky. I just dropped the link for the Shopify store. It's also in Etsy, but I just wanted to put it here in the news store. Hi, Sheila. How are you? Hi, Lisa. I know it's late. Go back to sleep if you're already in bed. But I'm going to do this fun project here. Let me just show you. So this actually was one of our projects we were supposed to do for Watts of Love. I already made like a huge donation to them. I just had to do it to get it done. Let me just go in a little bit closer. And so look at, he's on a little tag. So basically this is like a cow tag that you would hang on the ear. And we have our little Highland cow here. And we're going to put a bow at the top with our black and white plaid and just hang it with a jute hanger. So super easy. I just thought I'd paint. It'll just make me unwind, right? And I could have just painted in the other room, but why not paint with you guys, right? Let me put myself up in the corner here. Let's put myself in the corner. Darlene, go to the corner. It's not working. Oh, there we go. There we go. I'm in the corner. Hi, guys. All right. And tomorrow I'll have another project. I'm actually doing a gnome project tomorrow. So if you like gnomes, you will want to tune in for that. I know we used to do a ton of gnomes, and I had a whole gnome collection. I always sell my stuff at the craft shows. I have to look at my cheater sheet here. So this part, his little comb over hair is going to be, let's see. I'm making decisions right now. Khaki tan, okay? And then this right here is going to be the same color. And then he has, let's see, his muzzle is going to be, we're going to do natural buff. And then his little feeties, oh, I don't have that color out. Let's get black. Let's do black for that. Where are you? Guys, I left this room quite a mess. I actually, if you looked over to the side, I have transfers and squeegees with chalk paste on them. I just didn't have time the other day to clean up everything. Okay, so the tail part, the body part, let's see. Okay, these are hooves also, so those will go there. Let's put those there. Yeah, and then this part is going to be our cinnamon stick. Okay, so the whole body, sorry, I have to look and see. All of this is going to be cinnamon stick, okay? The top right here, his little Horns are going to be light buttermilk. And then we'll do this light buttermilk. But let's paint this gray first. So let's kind of do some distressing on this. You know how we do our distressing? We do it gray, and then we'll put some wax, and then we'll do the other color over it. Hi, Billy. How are you? I just wanted to do a little bit of late night crafting so I can go to bed, you know, and sleep. So that's what we're doing, guys. If you want to hang out, please hang out. If you have questions, go ahead and ask them. We had breakfast this morning. That was amazing. Just being able to have breakfast with my kiddos. Went and saw my dad, and then I headed for the airport. And some people stayed, and they're going to be there for longer. The gray I'm using is slate gray. So not everybody needed to come home. Some people had a lot longer time off for bereavement. I just took a couple of days off. I really, honestly, it's hard for me to take a long time off from my bookkeeping. When I take off a lot of time, it's hard to get caught back up. So, and I have some time coming up in June, so I didn't want to take advantage. And honestly, there's nothing else for me to be able to do up there. So I did stop and say goodbye to my daddy this morning, and he's funny. We're like, okay, we'll see you again soon. And he says, well, I hope it's not at my viewing. Can you imagine him saying that? Oh my gosh. He also used to say he looked in the obituaries every morning to make sure his name wasn't there. He was always so funny. So even at his age, he's cracking jokes. Okay, so I painted it slate gray. We're going to dry it, and then we'll put some wax on it, and we will do light buttermilk. But I know this is going to be fun. How are you, Billy? Sorry it's so late. A lot of people are still up, but I just had to do a project. I just wanted to create. I know I posted a project this morning, but I just wanted to create something. I just, sometimes I just have to unwind. So, okay, so let's try this. So we did a base coat. That's what it's called. A base coat is your first coat of paint, and then we're going to put some wax, and then we will do our light buttermilk over it. So that is going to be how we create our kind of like a rustic, antique looking cow tag hanger. Whatever you want to call it. I love these cows. The Highland cow is like my favorite. I could totally have one. Not really, but a stuffed one maybe. Maybe just a stuffed one. Okay, so take your wax, and this is just a candle. You can use any type of wax. You're just going to apply it on there, just here and there. I usually go around the edges really good and make sure that I get the edges because I want them to be really rustic. And then put a few things through the center, and then we're going to paint it light buttermilk. So I love to use Americana. If you haven't used Americana and you're using another brand, you don't have to change. You don't. But if you like the same look and you want the same colors, that's what I generally use is Americana for everything. It just works out for me. It's what has been available here. And I like to just kind of stick with what is readily available, so I'm not switching colors. I know that I'm always using the same gray. I do, however, have some paint that is very old that we still use some of the colors. We have some paint from when we used to do the ornaments, and we used to order wholesale. And so we would order cases. So I still have some colors that I have a bazillion of. I also have some colors that I can't find the right color in the Americana, so I'll buy a different brand. Okay, so I'm just trying to get it smooth now. I put a coat. I'm trying to get it smooth. I also need to do the horns, and the top, it's not going to really matter. See, most of this is covered. See, that part goes over the top of it. I'm just going to do the horns with my light buttermilk, and I don't have to be careful because all the top of this is covered with the other part. So I will be base coating that a different color on the bottom. Okay, so I did light buttermilk for the horns. We're going to just kind of let this dry. I'm going to kind of do a few more strokes, make sure that it's nice and even there. I think this is going to be adorable. I am hoping. Okay, so the top part we're going to do, I call it the comb over. We're going to do the comb over khaki tan and his little, like right here, his chest hair area. So his comb over and his chest area are going to be khaki tan. We're going to put some little highlights in this like we did before when we used this brush. Remember this brush that has all the little things? It's kind of like they cut pieces out of it. Kind of when, you know, this little thing that they cut your hair with sometimes when they're thinning it. That's how I look at that brush. It's like they thinned the brush. So khaki tan is our color for this. And then the muzzle is going to be, I think it's light buff. Oh, I got way too much. We're going to just turn our brush over. Holy cow. You know, there was such a huge storm last night that when I drove through to Salt Lake, there were so many areas that were flooded. A lot of farmland that was flooded. It must have been under several feet of water, and barns that were covered with water. I felt so bad for people. And they're supposed to get more rain. They're supposed to get another 7 to 10 days. Okay, so natural buff is kind of a light pink. That's the color the muzzle is going to be. And I am going to be so careful with that because I don't want to cover up the nostrils and the cute little smile. So I'm just going to take my brush and I'm going to get a little tiny bit on it, and I'm going to go sideways. So I'm just going to go like this. And I'm going to try to not get any of that. I'm going sideways, okay? I'm going to try to not get any of it down into there or get very little in there. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's do the hoofs. Let's do them black. I think black's a good color, right? Black is a good color. The tail, and these are going to be, let's see. This is all going to be our cinnamon stick. And then we're going to put some highlights. We'll use our light, so we have cinnamon stick and we have light cinnamon. We're going to use those to do the highlights. Black for our hooves. I'm just going to pour some on there. This actually will paint up quicker than you think. I mean, really, it will be kind of interesting that it paints up. What do you call that brush? Oh, let me see. Let me see if it has a name. I am not sure. What does it say? Oh, it says okay. It says Wisp, Aqualon Wisp, Aqualon Wisp. Do you see how it has like cut out little things? So that way you can kind of do the hair. Or you can take a little brush that is just thin, like a liner brush, and do individual hair. But I like using this because, can you see how it is? I'm hoping that you can see that it has like little cutouts, like they actually thinned it. So that's the name of it on the brush. I don't know what I call it. A wispy brush. I don't know. I guess that could be a good name. A wispy brush. It's called, it says wisp on it. So I'm thinking just W-I-S-P, wisp. That's how it's spelled. I think just to do like little lines without having to use a liner brush for all of that. Okay, so black for that. Okay, then let's get some cinnamon stick on here. So we're going to be doing a lot of this, but it's going to be covered. So see how much gets covered. We actually don't have to do the top. So we're going to be doing like just the sides. The hooves are all going to be covered. We're going to be doing the tail and like right in here. And then we're going to be doing all of this. But we're going to try not to get the eyeball. Okay, we're going to try not to get the eyeball. If we do, I will color it in with a marker or something. Okay, so let me grab another brush. Yeah. I need so many brushes. There's quite a few colors. And let's see, what did I just say? Okay, so all this is going to be colored. And then I'm going to try not to get the eyeball. And then we're going to add some little wispy things here and there. Now, this top part is going to have the little comb over. So there's other pieces that are stacked on here that are layered. So some of this, it's not even going to matter. It's just going to be whatever. Okay, so this is our cinnamon stick. Okay, and then we're going to do light cinnamon. We're gonna do a bunch of like highlights is kind of what we're going to do here and there. And then we will speckle it. We'll follow it up by speckling everything. We did this on another sign. I'll show you the sign that we did before to kind of refresh your memory. This is the one that we did. This is my cheat sheet. I'm kind of looking at this little guy. Okay, so I'm kind of trying to do this as much as I can and put these little wispy things in there, little hair, without having to use a teeny tiny brush. So that will be the goal. I may as well just fill this all in. Let's just fill this all in. And the eyeball, I can go back and I can do that with black. I don't think it did not color it in. However, that color's kind of dark. So, but here comes a darker color. Let's get some light cinnamon, and we're going to do some wispy things on here. It doesn't matter that it's not dry, okay? You can do this without it being dry, but you're going to want to have a paper towel. So you're going to take this. I never know how it's going to turn out. Oh, it looks like paprika. Yeah, it kind of does. Paprika. You're right. Okay, it does. What are you doing up? Hi, Heidi. When do I sleep? Oh my goodness. Girlfriend, well, it's 9:18 here. I'm Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, I don't always sleep. Okay, I'm going to take some of the white cinnamon. I'm going to put it up on this, and on the hair part, the top part, I'm just going to kind of do some little wispies here and there, and then we'll get a different color and we'll do it on the body. And, we just kind of go back and forth. It's kind of like you're chasing when you're doing the corners in a room and there's two different colors and you're doing the ceiling. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like you're going to chase back and forth with your colors just to have a couple of different colors. Now let's go with the darker color. Let's go with our darker color on here. Now we don't have to do all of this. We'll do some on the ears. And like I said, you don't have to have it be dry yet because it doesn't matter. You're just kind of blending it. You're using this brush that has a wispy thing on it, and you're just kind of putting hairs here and there. Okay, so it doesn't matter what it turns out like. It's going to be fine. I remember last time when we were doing this, I'm like, oh, heaven help me. Please let it just turn out. And then we're going to put some lighter colors too. So don't worry. Right now, it kind of looks like it's all really dark. We're going to add some light highlights in there. Okay, so let me just get some here and there. I'm just using the brush and I'm just kind of making like really quick motions with it. Okay, so once we glue all the pieces together, you're going to go, I see what you mean. So now let's get some of the lighter color. Let's take some of our khaki tan. Oh, I didn't put any of this up there. Let me put some of this up on here. So I'm just trying to get some of all of the colors on each of the pieces with the fur, okay? I know that might not make sense, but once I put it all together, and I mean, this totally surprised me that it turned out so nice. So I'm sure that it's going to. I sleep between 2 and 5. You're right. I do. Actually, 2 and 6. So I got so much sleep this weekend. It was really kind of nice to actually sleep. I did. My daughter, she actually goes to bed pretty early, so we shared a room, and yeah, it was better. It was better for me to do that, right? To get more sleep. So when I am on travel or anywhere with other people, I don't make them stay up. I don't stay up late usually. Sometimes I do. I don't know. But I will adhere to their schedule because I don't want to keep them awake. The sad thing was that it was so noisy in our hotel. There were people above us, evidently. Evidently, there were people above us that were dancing all night. I don't know what they're doing. My daughter said that. I said, I sleep through anything. When I go to bed, I am just out. Okay, that's cute like that. Let me just add a little bit more here and there. I'm just gonna kind of do a little bit of here and there and get just a few hairs. Okay, so this top part has that on it. I really want it to have a little bit more of the darker color. So I'm just kind of swatting like a fly. Just to get a little bit of other colors in there. I promise you it's going to be cute when it's all done. And then we're going to speckle it because the speckling covers so much. All right, speckling is like the trick of everything. Okay, I know it kind of looks weird, but once it's all together, you're going to love it, I promise. We can add stuff too. So if it doesn't work out, we'll add some more stuff. We'd be in trouble if we got together because both of us are night owls. We just stay up all night. Hi, Lori, how are you? I just had to craft So, okay, let's try this. I'm going to sand this. We'll ink it a little bit. We're going to assemble this, and then we're going to speckle it. And we'll see what it's looked like. If we need to add anything to it, we can. So you don't have to do all of that. You can do your little cow two-tones. Like I said, this is one that I had cut out a whole bunch for Watts of Love. And then remember, that was the weekend that my mom, I knew that she was going to pass. And so I canceled my Watts of Love. And I still have all these. I still made my donation because I made it ahead of time. So whatever of these that I sell will go to pay back the donation I made already, if that makes sense. Yeah. So I have a ton of these. I have a ton cut out because I anticipated, I have 30 cut out. I anticipated that we would be doing the Watts of Love. All right. So, hey, let's consider this our Watts of Love. Ooh, there's no sandpaper on that. You can't sand without sandpaper, guys. Let me look at my drawer. All right. So here's how you put it on. It must have been all icky. So it's Velcro. So you're just gonna just put it, just like that. Hi April, how are you? Oh, go to bed, Deb. I know that you don't stay up late. Yeah, you go to bed. Okay, so I'm gonna sand this a little bit, and what the sanding is gonna do is it's gonna take off that top layer and it's gonna reveal the gray below. You can also scrape it. Okay, so you could take a scraper and scrape it if you wanted to. Okay, so here's something funny that somebody was saying about their kid when we was there this week, and they're like, she doesn't want to sleep at all. I'm like, oh, that's me. And she was a young child. I'm like, that was me. My parents would pull her hair out because I just wouldn't sleep. Okay, see how the gray is showing through? That's what I wanted. So I wanted the gray to kind of show through and just have it be a little rustic. And then we are going to ink the edges. Okay, so maybe I'll just lay this down and just get a little bit more going on here. There we go. Isn't that cute? Super cute. Okay, we get all this icky stuff off, and then we'll ink the edges. We'll glue it together. We'll speckle it. And guys, it's going to be fabulous. I love these cows. They're my favorite. Highland cows are my favorite. So I you know what? I might even consider living on a farm if I could have a Highland cow, or just living somewhere where I could have a Highland cow. Maybe I just need a stuffed one. Okay, so there's that. I don't think that I should ink the edges on everything else. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that. So here we have this. We're going to glue together everything else. I'm going to move all of my brushes. And if I have to add anything on this, then I will. Okay, if I get it together, I go, ooh, that just doesn't look right, then we'll add. But I kind of think it's going to be okay. I like the coloring. As we put it together, he's going to take on a whole different look. Okay, so I think it's going to be fabulous. I always fit it together first. Okay, make sure I don't have to lock those in. I'll just set those there. And that goes there. And then this will be the little tail. Perfect. I think he's gonna be cute. Let me just go in a little bit so you can see better. What do you think? I think he's cute. I'm gonna glue him. He's just kind of just sitting there. Okay, so let's glue him. Then he's gonna go on here. We'll glue this bow on, and he'll be done. And then I can call it good, right? Then I can go to bed. I can say, hey, I created something today. I just always have to create. And the video you saw this morning, that was one that I had videoed before I left. So let me just get those in place really quick. And then we'll take off the other pieces. But I always kind of fit it together. If you wanted to go in and make any changes, now is the time to do that. You don't want to do it after, really, because it's a little bit more difficult. And we'll speckle. We will speckle before we put the ribbon on. Oh my goodness. I'm so terrible about that, aren't I? I am so terrible. I do that all the time. I go, oh no. Oh no. All right, so that goes there. Let's just put a little bit of glue down here. All right, and we're just gonna lay this on here and put everything in place. Okay, so this goes, line it up with the top. I usually start at the top. I don't know why I put the feet on first, but I did. Okay, and then these lock in, okay? So they just fit right in. They actually fit really tight right in there. Okay, and let's put this. If you want to do it lighter so there's more detail, you absolutely can. I just kind of like him like this. I like the darker color. I think he looks really cute. And then we'll speckle, and that will actually change it a little bit even more. Okay, there's that. There's our little moo cow. Our little moo cow. Let me just see. I'm going to stand up to line everything up. All right. There. So I'm glad I'm home. Some people did stay, and you know that's nice that they were able to do that. They'll probably be helping my dad go through some things, and my sister's there too. My sister's right there. I'm kind of feeling like the eyeball, like I need to do the eyeball. Okay, so I'm going to take my marker. I'm going to slide this up, and I'm going to just do black right in the little eye. Just going to fill that in with black. There we go. Okay, I'm going to slide that back down into place. So hopefully you got to see that. Hopefully my head wasn't in the way. You guys. All right, I think he's cute. I think he's really cute. I need to make sure that it's lined up on top because it does slide. And then I am going to glue it right onto here. And then we'll do our bow. Isn't that cute? But we aren't going to do our bow yet. I promised. We're going to speckle. Okay, so I think he's super cute. Excuse me. Yeah, he does have a little smirk on his face. I know. Okay, let me get my speckling paper. It's buried. Oh my goodness. Where are you? I try to use the same sheets, and I have so much stuff here. We're just going to use new paper towels. It's so hard. I have so much. Okay, so we're going to put this down. I haven't glued him on yet, though, so let's do that. Where's my glue? And then we will speckle with black and white. White and black. Black and white. All right. I know, I'm a dork. It's okay. I am, I've always been the one that always wanted to make everybody laugh. And even if it was at my own expense, I just laughed at myself. I just didn't care. If I had to laugh at myself and make fun of myself to make other people laugh, that is what I like to do. So I just want people to be happy. I want people to have fun. Okay. All right. There is our cute little moo cow. And we're going to speckle. So we're going to speckle with black and white. I have black. Let me grab white. White would be right here. Thank goodness I have all of my paint just right there. All right. I also need some water, right? So let's see. Let me just grab another one of these. Let's just grab a brand new one of these. We'll put some water. And then we will do our black. And we'll do our white. Shake, shake, shake. And we're gonna speckle. We're gonna do a really probably pretty heavy speckling. I like to do a lot of black. So the white isn't gonna show on this part. The black will, the white will be there, but the white will show a lot on the cow. So it's kind of a balance. I'm gonna get my toothbrushes. So just use an old toothbrush. I happen to buy new ones because I had to have extras. So I do so much speckling that I couldn't just use old toothbrushes. I didn't have enough. Okay, you're gonna dip your toothbrush into water, dip it onto your paper towel, dip it into your paint, and then back on your paper towel. You want the speckles to be small. So preferably test it out like at the top and make sure, yep, it's fine. Okay, I'm going to move this over so I don't speckle my white paint. And then I'm just going to go for it. Do you see the little speckles? I don't know if you do, but there's little black speckles everywhere. Okay, and then I'm going to do white. Okay, so I'll just wipe my finger. And then I'll do the same thing. I'm going to dip my toothbrush in the water, tap it on the paper towel, dip it into the toothbrush. And I remember with these toothbrushes, I have to add some water to it. Okay, and then you're going to test it. You're going to pull that finger back on the bristles, okay? And I'm going to test it on the feet down here. Perfect. Perfect size. And then just speckle it all over. Okay. Just like that. And then we're going to do a bow at the top. Perfect. Perfect. We'll dry this. We'll dry this really quick. We'll do a bow at the top. I'm going to wipe my finger that has all the paint on it. And then we'll tie the bow. And we'll glue the bow on. We'll put jute at the top and we will be done. And that was just a quick little project. So, I know I talked a lot, but 30 minutes, wow. I could probably do it in 15 if I didn't talk. Okay, let's try. Dry, dry, dry. So, hey, just a reminder, guys, we still have time. Today is the very, very last day for the buy 3, get 1 free chalk paste and ink on the Chalk Couture website. So, if you're a designer and you haven't taken advantage of that yet, and you are going to be doing classes or anything, that is such a great deal. It is, we're going to be selling is such a great deal. So I would grab some. You still have a couple hours. It's 9:30 Pacific time, so you have an hour and a half to do that. But guess what? Tomorrow's the 1st. So guess what we get to see tomorrow? There will be a new color of the month. And no, I don't know what color it is. I did not receive it early. I don't know if I ever will again. It's okay. I've made peace with that. Okay. That's our little hanger. Oh, that's actually a little bit longer than I'd like it to be. Let me go in so you can see everything. Okay, that's a little bit longer than what I'd like it to be. I like it to be a little bit shorter. I think I can tie that and make it just a little bit shorter than that. And then we'll do the bow. Okay, so I am trying. Help me. And it's not too late here. I think I'm probably gonna go to bed early. I haven't run the laser today. I got home and I just had to go through mail. I had to go through paperwork. I went through emails, went through messages on Etsy and Shopify and just doing all the things. And now here. So, hey, I think I will go to bed early tonight. Even though, you know what I watched? I watched on the airplane. I love Lucy. I absolutely love watching Lucy. And I got to watch 4 of her little shows on the plane. So that was really fun. Okay, I'm just going to tie a bow just like you're tying your shoes, okay? I'm moving the paint so I don't spill it. Okay, just like you're tying your shoes. So I'm going to kind of straighten this out because it's going to come to you folded. Just make it flat. Oh, look at there is a seam right there. I don't need that whole thing, but shame on them for putting the seam there. Let me get my scissors. I don't need that whole thing. I'm going to cut some of that off. I hate it when there's seams in the ribbon. Okay, so take your ribbon, and this bow doesn't have to be huge. We're just going to tie a bow just like you're tying your shoe. You just make your loop, pull that around, pull this through, just like you're tying your shoes, and then we're going to do our dovetail. You don't have to have a fancy bow on everything. I promise you don't. Unless you love fancy bows, okay? I am not a fancy bow person. You know that by now. I am a simple country girl that loves a simple country bow, and probably will always be that way. You could teach me how to make those fancy bows. I go, that's nice. Thank you. But it wouldn't be my style. And it isn't my customer's style either. I can promise you at my craft shows, that is not what they want. Okay, that is not the style here in California, so that's not what I make. So I'm sorry. Okay, there we go. So now I'm going to do a dovetail. Fold it in half, and then you're going to cut backwards towards the ribbon, and then you get that little V. Okay, just like that. Okay, and then do it again on the other side. So you have your bow, and then we're just going to glue it right there. I think there's a little bit lower. Let's glue it a little bit lower right there. And that will be perfect, and then we're done. And then you can go to sleep, okay? Thank you for being here. I love you guys. I've missed being alive, but you know, when there's things you have to do, take care of family and do those things, that comes first. And then there's always time for you guys, but you know, family comes first, always. And I expect that out of you too. Family first. Because, you know, they're the ones that were always there for you, right? All right, what do you think? I think it's awfully cute. I think I could fall in love with this little guy. All right, let me just put you up to myself real quick, and we'll be done. There we go. I know, isn't it cute? And that was so simple. So I do have these already. I put the link in the comments here, but I'll take a picture and I'll post this, and I'll post the link. It is available on Etsy and on Shopify. We prefer that you shop on Shopify, on the Shopify website, because they're going to charge us less in fees. So, you know, it's just hard. It's hard, guys, because there's times when we pay 30% fees on Etsy. If you clicked on an ad that they happen to show on Facebook of my product, and you clicked on an ad that they showed, then for the next whole month, anything that you purchase on Etsy, they're going to charge me 30%. And that's ridiculous. On the Shopify, they're not going to charge that, and your shipping's going to be so much closer. So, hopefully, and we're going to tweak that in. You know, there's a lot of things to tweak in, but I'll put both links just so that you can have your options. If you prefer Etsy, then keep doing that until we close that part down in 2 months. Okay, in 2 months you'll get used to going to Shopify. So within 2 months, we will have switched over completely to Shopify for cutouts. The wedding stuff will stay over on Etsy because we ship worldwide, and we need to have their advertising there. Even if we pay a huge percentage, we still have to have it. All right, guys. I will see you guys in the morning. I'm gonna get some sleep. You guys get some sleep. I know, he's so cute. I just love him. He is adorable, and he's so easy. And it's, you know, it's not huge. It's smaller. So I think it was $11.75 with everything. Well, that was because the donation is going to Watts of Love. So I'll take a look at that again. I think it was $11.75. But I already made the donation. I anticipate I'm selling 30 of these. So guys, if you want one, they're there. We have 30 cut out already. Ready to go. Ready to run out the door. Run out the door. All right, darling, go to bed, right? I love you guys. I'll see you in the morning. Have a good sleep. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here. Bye.